Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to talk about Trusty, George, Olga's and George's son. I'm going to talk about who we were, how we grew up, and why we were friends. For a while, I've considered him one of my best friends. We used to roam around Cruzado Lane in the projects. We used to play hide and go seek. We used to play with our 10 speeds. We used to keep an eye on my uncles and family members' possessions, which consists of slanging and knowing where the PCP wiles at. We used to keep an eye on the Uras, and me and him, we used to always challenge ourselves. And I remember me growing up, must have been about 5 years old, that I remember. We're both on July, I think. We're both the same age, and we had a lot of anger with each other. Me and George, we used to play with everybody. We fought everybody, right? Everybody. And my Uncle Jojo, they used to play dice. They used to play 21. They used to play all kinds of shit, on their knees. Not on their knees, crouched down like a gangster. They used to have the Suitors, the Imperials, the Stacy Adams. They had the Reds, the Chalecos, the French codes. They had the estilo, they had the hairnets, and they were the chingones, and Uncle Miguel, that's when he was with Teresa, with Mary, and that's when Big Sal, and all the big homies, like Big Joker, fucking Cartoon, Cobra, Wino, when Israel, Little Man, and all the gangsters were the Sietes and the Pequeños, and the Night Outs were coming out, the Jokers were coming out, and me and Trusty, we began like two gallitos there. I remember Georgie used to always pump me up and make me tougher than what I was, And back in the days, we had the Gold's Gym right there in the projects, We had Eddie, the Animal Lopez. He was a champion of the heavyweights, and every time he fought, he won. And on the things, he used to throw the hazard sign, and he used to come and celebrate right there with the projects. And I remember when he used to fight, we'll see him in the TV, and they'll pull out the TV, and everybody will go wild, we'll put it on right there with my Uncle Jojo and all that, when está la Virgin, or está the gym. They'll bring out the TVs, and everybody be honking, and, they celebrated him, and that's when we used to fucking be up and down and on our bikes. My Uncle Georgie used to open up the water hydrants, and we used to get on. Remember the aluminum trash cans that used to take out the caps, and it was like we thought we were Virgin Waters, they'll open it up, and we'll because we had the llaves, Güero, Raw, and all. Everybody they were in charge of. Ruben was in charge of the gym. So I remember we used to play in the auditorium. There's a stage, and we used to always have the fight night right there, And we also used to put the gloves on, and we'll come back to right there to my grandma's house, and which is on the opposite side of Cruzado Lane, on the parking lot. Not through the square, but in the parking lot. And me and Trusty, they were training us, and we used to throw chingazos there, and we used to. I used to be a youngster that could take a punch, And I used to throw putazos. And Trusty was always short. And Trusty was always like he always kept up with me. And I remember if he didn't cry, I cried. I cried, he cried. And so we used to always, those gallitos, if he stopped hitting me and fighting me and cried, his dad fucked the shit out of him. And if I lost, Jojo would be disappointed in me. So we always had match night. We were a premier fight. Everybody used to always come up to us because we really fought like we hated each other. And I remember me and Trusty, we used to fucking fight everybody. And either they were too big to us, or too small, or not a challenge. And me and him, we were like a perfect match. And it was awesome. I hanged around to him. I hanged around with him, knowing me me for 5 to 9 years old. And we learned how to ride my Uncle Jojo's 10-speed. And everybody used to see a big ass 10-speed, and we used to have to get on the car just to get on the 10-speed. And I used to put them in the handlebars, or he used to put me on the handlebars, and we used to fucking just patrol. And or sometimes he had a bike, I had a bike, and we always everything was a contest to us. Everything was see who was better, and we always end up fighting, right? And I don't know what it was. We just end up fighting all the time. We were fucking badasses. And I remember that we found his grandfather dead in the car. He, I guess, OD'd and died cold, and there was no one there to help him. And I remember Sandra with the big boom box. We used to go to Sandra's room back in the days. Sandra had the big boombox that had the hura, had the hura, had a microphone. That's when Cyndi Lauper was. That's when the Virgin was there. You know, the Tina Turner, and that's when we were youngsters. We used to ride or die, you know. And I always had it in me, boxing and riding bikes. And Trusty was the same thing. We had everything in common. And I remember we used to go to Nico's and to go get our fucking 5 cents sodas, and go get our ice cream sodas, or go get raspados from across the street from Nacho, man. Our nachos, our nachos, our bagels, our tostilocos, our corn, you know, elote raspado, and the raspados, everybody. We used to, they were 5 cents, and 10 cents, 15 cents, 25 cents, and we were always up and down. Sandra was into skating, and se juntaba mucho with Latina, and back in the days, you know, they were awesome. Georgie used to have a brown Monte Carlo, and I remember we used to always get on it, and we used to run around everywhere, and we were kids. We had trompos, we had canicas, but our main subject was bikes and boxing. And like I said, when Eddie the animal used to box, we used to box. Then we used to go to Nico's. That's what Wino, Cobra, Israel, and all the big winos used to hang out. And we used to give them a quarter or $1 for a story. And we used to enjoy our stories. They used to tell us, back then it was a Vietnam stories, and they used to tell how crazy they were and don't you want it. They used to tell us stories about the siete, the pequeños, the night owls, and you know what I mean. And me and Trusty, we used to do everything together. We got to go to downtown together, and I remember they caught him stealing something from the store, and I remember Big George locked the shit out of him, man. And if they used to catch us stealing at Nico's, they used to fuck the shit out of us too, man. And we used to, like, back in the day, we were thugs. We used to play at the hill, everybody. We used to play baseball. We used to have the skateboard place back there, but we used to ride bikes. I mean, and Sandra was into rollerblading, and me and Trusty used to rollerblade too. They used to take us to the skating place, the rollerblading place. And back in the day, Olga used to make some hamburgers. She was always grilling hamburgers. And I was always be hungry, and I always be there with them, you know. I used to always be inside Big George and Olga's house. We used to always be messing around with the stuff. Back that way. Just always messing around with everybody, and we used to enjoy life. We stopped seeing each other when they sent me to Mexico. And when I came back, my grandma and my grandpa had moved out of the project because Sandra got pregnant from a vato named Bird from Roseville. And I got to know him because he used to buy furniture from Carrillo Dinette, everybody, and sleep on mattress. And I got to know him. And I got to know Tina. Now she's our homegirl, but her brother's Diablo from Roseville. And she saved my ass a couple times. She respected me. And we lasted a while without hanging out, me and Trusty. And one day they stole my brother. I gave my brother my GT bike. I didn't hang around the projects a lot after that. And one day they stole the bike from my brother. But before that, it was El Sereno. I remember me and Trusty went to Sereno, the 7th grade, together. And the first week, I seen Trusty, and Trusty seen me, and we acted like we didn't know each other. And Big Listo went up to us and go, "You want to used to always be together, you know?" And me and Trusty, we started hanging around the 7th grade together. But mid-7th grade, Olga and George, they moved out of the project. They moved to El Monte. And Georgie, we went to Monte, you know? And I ended up meeting back with him, me, my brother Danny, and Boo Boo, and all of us. We ended up meeting up with Trusty. He was going at that continuation school right there off of Pick when you get off the freeway off the 10. It's a continuation school. It's like next to the community or the city hall, whatever you call it right there. And those were for trouble kids, for continuation school for persons that, whether it's madrosos, you know? And we reunited our lives, you know? And we lived a couple years happy, like being around each other. Obviously, there's a lot of stories. I still have a little bump in my lip that he popped the shit out of me. He used to just snap. He used to just be down and crazy, you know? the way Georgie got the name Trusty. Well, when he was in the juvenile hall, I was a trusty. He had to connect us, and he had the palabra and the juice. And everybody used to tell him, hey, make me a double sandwich, or sobrinas, or tráeme some poquito, or this or that, or the clavo. The clavo was always on the sandwich. Everybody knows what a clavo is. He already had his name. He was already like a sharpshooter, And I remember when he got into the barrio, he got into the $30. And he used to be around all the $30 everybody, I used to hang out. My best friend was Boo Boo. And Boo Boo used to always hang around with Trusty. Everybody loved Trusty. The reason they loved Trusty was because he was a snapper. And he was a next block up. He always had Big George. Always like, whoever fuck with him, Big George would fuck with them, He was like a big time snapper, Big George, He was good for los putazos and everything. And you gotta understand that he was on the sietes, and they were like putazos, they were like vatos that, or probably for the jokers. They knew all the big homies, And like Little Man, Sugarfoot, Robot, they knew everybody, all the gangsters, And they knew all the shot callers, and he had all the influence, and no one dared to fuck with Trusty, because Bulldog would come and fucking stop on you, And me, I had Jojo, I had Bird, Gal, I had all the Taurus, all the Perez, and all the Galindo, all the Sarabias, Trusty P. Rafa. So back in the day, Rafa, Trusty, me, and Joey, and Chia, we used to hang out. We used to be like a show, And once we got to El Sereno, we all met up after, and Chia ended up moving right there to El Sereno, and he's the one that comes in the movie America Me. He tells him, hey, yes, sir, where you from? I said, we all Alger, That's Chia, everybody. That was my best friend too. Not my best friend, but I spent a lot of time with him. And I used to love being around them, Chia turned Christian after the movie. And Chia and all them, they were related to the big families in the projects. And we were a lot of us too. We had Berta, Güero, all the Garcilazos, all the Perez, all the Ramirez, like Victor, Alex, and all of them. And we were deep in the projects, But we also had the Galindos, the 50-50, 30-30, and we had bands and Green Eyes, and we were deep, and it was awesome times, You guys gotta understand that from 9 years all the way like to 15 years, 16 years, I didn't hang out in the projects anymore. I hang out in El Sereno, and my life changed, And then I started coming back to my stomping grounds, and made them my familia, made them my royal dies. And me and Trusty, we used to throw putazos. Trusty always had a bad attitude. Trusty always had a fucking controversy or fucking always wanted to just fight. And that's how everybody knew him, man. Don't step on him because he's gonna stomp on your ass. I used to try to test him all the time, But growing up, he was a mean man, He was a vato that you didn't fuck with him. So I let him slide in a lot of stuff in the end, He ended up throwing a putazo, but I went back at him. We took putazos, but everybody will stop us and say, hey, vatos don't fight with each other. We were used to fighting each other, and we never backed down to none. But I thank God he gave me this putazo, and he popped my lip off. I had to get stitches and everything because he fucked me up with putazo, We were in the Fleetwood, the Cadillac. And we were driving it. It was when we were All Eyes on Me, Tupac, and Biggie, They had killed one another, and we were going through that. That's the same time that Trusty, and I got stabbed when I was 19, and that's what Trusty, he went on a rampage, right? Started stealing and being a gangster, and they did a robbery, and it went wrong, and when they were coming back down, they were on a G-Ride, and got shot in the head at the back. He lasted about 3 months in the general hospital. It was all face down. He was paralyzed, and he used to cry. And, me and Bert we used to live together, back in the days, or hang out a lot. That ended up going. I was like 21, 22, I think. 20? I don't know exactly. And me, Bird, Angie, and Snopes, buddies, and Boo Boo, and fucking German. Me and German were always like this. German is the one that sold the Cadillac to Danny, and Danny, I ended up getting the Cadillac, but we had a lot of stories on that Cadillac. We went to Rosarito and everything with Trusty también. We almost got in a big fight over there to Trusty, Well, we got in a big fight. But check it out, coming back to serious note. So he got paralyzed, and he used to tell me, like, fuck, man, I don't want to live like this. And he used to just be face down and couldn't move or not. And he still had his thoughts and mind though, and he just didn't want to live like that. And it lasted about 3 months, and finally they took his they took the machines away, passed away. And right there in Montebello, that's where he's buried at. For always, forever, he's always going to be in my mind and my heart. Mi hermano, you could consider my best friend. I've had a lot of best friends because I'm easy to outgoing and everything. But I come from the jungle with everybody. I come with disaster and bad influence and disrespect vato, We were like vatos that fucking stood out. We were always chingones. We always threw down. We always never back down, We're the two gunslingers, the two boxers that never lost to each other and really lost every single fight. And we used to dress to impress. Back then we used to have the Connie Briscoes, Van Davis, the Dickies. We used to cruise around in the Yellow Nova. If everybody knows the Yellow Nova, we used to have a 38, we had a 380, and pinche pinche, Trusty ended up getting an M1, and he was just on a rampage, just whacking each other and being a thug, putting the neighborhood all the way up, you know? And he was a gangster, you know? And he would have made it, that motherfucker would have been like a fucking serious motherfucker. He had the will, the power, and the juice, you know? And we used to slang, not slang, but he used to piedra, coke, you know? We used to do the Pink Dog, the Primo, the PCP, the Super Cools, them throw putazos, you know? All through the Lakers, we used to go watch the Lakers at his uncle's house. Well, it was Trusty's house with his uncle. And there were the most Lakers fans in the world. There were like Eddie Jones, Eddie Campbell, that's when Lottie and Magic, the return to Magic, all, then the beginning of Kobe Bryant, the Shaquille O'Neal era. The Dodgers, they were huge Dodger fans. All the Sarabias are Dodger fans. Everybody in the Lakers in the projects are Dodger fans. Snappers, we had the crew that sings one of the main ones that used to sing like Chino, Largo and Largo and some other ones. The other ones that used to be from the group. I used to sing, and we used to always have concerts, and we used to always go fuck it up, you know? So many fights, so many putazos everywhere, eh? And we were united. We were a family. And a lot of people don't know how it was when we were growing up. We all depended on each other. We all backed up each other, and we were always there for each other. Listo used to be Listo, and I used to always hang out, and I used to hang out with Trusty and Rafa and Chia and Hector and Carlos and Sticks, Sporty, Boo Boo. It used to be awesome. It used to be awesome, everybody. But Trusty had like about 30 years, everybody that he passed away. About 25 years. And I still remember him. I still miss him. And I thank him that he was part of my life. And I think that he was one of the ones that, when I got stabbed, that gave me encouragement, support. Rest in peace también, carnal. And Villain, rest in peace, Villain también. You and Trusty are the ones that were there. I love you, vatos, man. Me and Villain, fucking Villain, eh? Es un cabrón, you know? Another fucking gunslinger, you know? To remember every moment that we spent together. And, a lot of homies, for example, Youngster, that they shot him up right there in Escanton, you know? Boxer. You know, that Moon became Christian. And Chia ended up becoming a hardcore Christian, and he's into I'm not sure it was Victor Aries or Chris Chapo, but he's way up there right now. I haven't seen him in years, and one of these days me voy a topar con él, you know. Chia, I think he was like a lindo. And I remember everything, and all the stories I got to reminisce, and I can talk about. Well, one that's always in my heart and my conscience is Trusty, because I get to feel the putazo. I still have the big scar inside the live. I get to reminisce that night that we're singing Hey Biggie Biggie, the song Biggie Biggie. And where I was gonna live, los mocosos, los traviesos, los chimones, los gallos. I wish I would have got old with you. Marlene is Trusty's sister, Trusty's brother, sister. I got to see Marlene. Today of kids, I've seen her. And she's beautiful. She's awesome. She's strong. And Trusty ended up dying 2 or 3 years later. Big George got dialysis and got real sick and passed away. And Olga. Became a little, I said, junkie, and she ended up getting drunk, going to a party. When she was getting back, she was so drunk that she had like a beanie, and she was half asleep right there at the bus stop. When the bus came, she fell, and the bus driver didn't see her that she fell, and he dragged her, and she passed away. Everybody. I love that woman. I got to party with her, and I got to respect. She always took care of us, and she always loved us. And she always called me Nico, you know. Marlene, she has a couple kids now. She's doing good. She loves a Christian, and she's strong. Her head's in the right direction, and overcoming all these obstacles, and I only wish her the best. And everybody knows that Trusty lives forever, carnal. And I put some pictures up, and I just want to tell you guys, it was an awesome knowing Trusty, awesome fighting with him, being around him. It was awesome. I can't speak nothing bad about Trusty. I miss him. I really miss him, man. And where you're at, Trusty, East is the last breath when you took me. We're good. Para adelante, carnal. Carnal.